super ultra professional, really expensive, high budget show introduction here. No, just kidding. I don't actually stand like that. But look at that.
It's
My favorite vehicle I've ever owned is in the garage. And the thing I've actually owned the longest out of every vehicle I've ever owned is finally getting worked on. I've had this truck for close to 3 years now, and I bought it running, and it barely did that. I think I've driven this thing a total of 4,000 miles, not kilometers, miles. And it has sat for a straight year and a half now. It hasn't run in a very long time. It went around the block 2 summers ago, I think, and then it broke again, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with this, and I pulled the motor out of it, and it's been the way it is since. So it's time to get started on this and get started to finish it. There's been a list made in the past, but I think this has changed quite a bit because my ideas have changed a lot about it since. And where I want this truck to be versus where I wanted it to be 2 years ago are completely different. I used to want this thing to be a fairly clean truck and, something I could just hop in and drive to work. But now I want this thing to be something I can go thrash on a dirt road, not feel bad about, make reasonable power, but I can still get in and go to work because reliability is the lowest concern in the pile of concerns. It's cool factor, horsepower, reliability.
Right to the fucking mud.
Right here. Because, I don't know, truck, right? But we're gonna get started on this by making a complete and final list for it. If we could find some cardboard. Because I don't think we have it. So yeah, let's hop to it. Well, I'm not sure how I'm going to piece together this video that's coming out this week because there's not too much interesting going on. But I just spent my entire weekend in Ottawa doing some family stuff and had a pretty good drive up. Lots saw some pretty good cars and whatnot. Saw a '69 Charger on a Crown Vic frame. That was interesting. And a '68 Firebird. Whatever, right? Your average really cool shit, right? And weekend there wasn't bad, but Saturday somebody ever so slightly tapped the left fender of the car. So lightly it's not even dented. It's scuffed that much. So I figured, whatever, It is what it is. There's a nice little green spot on the guy's BMW, which is really funny. And then I got in the car the next day, and now I'm full of electrical problems. Every time I use the left signal, the car thinks I just put the parking brake on. And the headlight flashes with the turn signal now. And not only that, but the guy knocked out the 5-volt reference wire for my E-fans. So I learned that almost the hard way, and I almost boiled the crap out of the car. I got lucky and I pulled over. I had the chance to pull over in traffic, but I had to hardwire the fan straight to the battery, so now every time you get out of the car, well, you gotta unplug the fan. But either way, it was not too bad little weekend. And now I'm just bombing back. I'm gonna see if I can find my little spot with dirt there and get some action shots. You know what I mean. Well, it's Tuesday. Probably gonna upload this video tonight, but gotten a little bit done on the truck. I finally got rid of the running boards. I decided to get rid of them because I'm usually a running board hater, but I wasn't sure about leaving the entire side of the truck just empty like that. But I think I'll like it more. And then ended up removing the steering column, and I pulled the bench seat out of it. And no, before people make the assumption that I removed the bench seat because I don't want a bench seat in it, that's wrong. You can't put bucket seats in an old truck like this. It's wrong. You're a moron if you have bucket seats in your old truck. So, this is what's going in. It's the rear bench seat out of a Crew Cab International S1700. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the brackets on there from the seat that came out of this, but I think it's gonna be a lot cooler, and it kind of gives off like a King Ranch vibe. I think it works pretty good for this. So I'm planning on getting rid of like the mystery switch there and all this janky wiring, and really doing it up a lot better than it currently is. I can't stand the level of crapness that the wiring is. So, oh, and I'll get rid of the 7-pin in the bed right here. Don't like that. Do not like that at all. Sorry if I sound a little funny this video. I'm very allergic to pollen, I guess, and yeah, it's currently, the pollen's ramping up. It sucks. But yeah, I'm probably going to cap it off here. It's a bit of a shorter video again, but I've been fairly busy over the last week. I'm hoping to clear that up this week so that I can get a good weekend of filming and get some footage and actually put together another fairly decent video. But yeah, next video we'll have new surprise equipment. Something showed up. And I will go into the electrical diag for the Crown Vic, since the tiny little fender tap. We'll dig into that, and then whatever time is left, well, we'll work on this extra massive turd. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it off here and call it quits. Little bonus clip. Yeah, I know the continuity of this video makes zero sense. There's a lot of missing days where nothing seems to have happened, and that's true. Nothing did happen. I just been too busy to do stuff with filming. So we'll change that in the coming week here. We'll really get some good content. And if you really did stick around to the end of this video, bonus information for you: there might be a new project on the horizon. Slight chance. So maybe we'll see that in the next video. Who knows?